teachers, my name is Chang. That's nice to meet you. And now today I make this video to help all of you guys can some tips to help you can test the hands-on lessons in the curriculum. So for the hands-on activity, it is special lessons because that in this lesson, the student have to prepare some materials and they have to do some products, some activity that via Zoom. So it's not an easy lesson, but it is very exciting lesson and students very love it. So to let you can teach good teach well with this lessons, I hope some tips in this video can help you more. First one to let you can teach very good the lessons. The first thing that you have to do that you have to read the slide, the PowerPoint slides for the lesson very carefully. And then there will be the link to guide teacher how to do the hands-on activity. These can be the video, YouTube video, or the website with some step. They will guide step by step on the website. And now you have to try to read it very carefully. Watch the video very carefully, or read the step on the website. Read the guide on the website very carefully. You have to understand how to do the product, how to do the hands-on activity first. And then when you understand, you can teach the student. That is the way. So the next one, that is about the time for the lessons. You can, they will be the review game before to have students to review about the vocabulary. With the review part, you can make it short, and you don't have to put very much time on the review because that's the hands-on activity that is needs at least 20 to 25 minutes. Some short activity maybe just needs 15 minutes, but almost of the hands-on activity, especially is craft activity, they need at least 20 to 25 minutes to do that. So you just let the review for 5 minutes or 5 or 7 minutes is maximum. And you can pass the warm-up song. You don't need the warm-up song for this lesson. You don't have to do that. Do not, because it will take time for this. And then before you start the lesson, you can let the student, you lead into the activity first. To lead in the activity, you can show up the picture on the slide, or you can show up the video on the slide to let students to imagination about the activity first. For example, with this activity, there will be no video for this. There will be no video for this activity. So you can show up the pictures to let students image about this activity. Oh, look at this one. What do you see? You can see the face, but it's made from the food. So when you lead in, you can ask the student that you can make the question for student that, do you want to do this with me? That is the way they lead in the lesson. You ask the student, you want to do this with me? Let's do. That is the next. Let me try to make a sandwich face. Make a sandwich face. You ask the student to repeat the name of the activity in the several times. Students have to say very clear. They have to say the name of the activity because that's where at the end of the lesson they can present. So they have to know the name of the activity. So you ask them to repeat and remember the name of the activity. On the other hand, if you got the video, you can show up the video for students to let them watch the video with you first. Get it? You can let the student watch the video.
For this experiment, you'll
like
need
this
a
video.
plastic water bottle or a paper cup, scissors, an old sock, food coloring, and a rubber band, dish soap, and water. So the first thing that we do is, Maya, we're going to cut off the bottom of our plastic cup like this. Then we're going to take our old sock. Maybe can you hold?
Okay, so that is you use the video to have you lead in, like the picture. You use the video and the picture to lead in your lesson. Ask the student to repeat the name of the activity. Okay, they have to say the name of the activity in many times to let them can remember the name. Okay, and the next, that is the materials of the hands-on activity. And I have to note for you that teacher also have to prepare the material for the hands-on activity, because that when you do with student, it's much easier for student can understand the activity. If they just watch the video or read the website or listen to you, it's not really clear for student. They have to see you. They have to see what teacher do, and they will follow you, not follow the video or the website. So you have to do. So you also have to prepare the material. So when you introduce a material, you can see on the slide, I have the slide to show up the material. Like this is a slide to show up the material, but I suggest for you that you don't have to use this slide to introduce about the material. You stop share the screen and let the student look at you. And you will show up the material with the student like that. And you introduce with student and ask the students show up their material too. For example, you ask them, oh, look what's this. Do you have bottle? Let's pick up the bottle like this, okay? Do you have the bottle? Let's pick up the bottle. And ask the student repeat the name of the bottle. Let you say bottle, bottle. Ask the student show up and repeat the name of the material like this. You can ask the students show it up one by one, and they will show up the material that they have to you.
Okay.
Repeat. Here.
Everyone, let's say blow bubble snake.
Here, that is, they have to repeat the name.
Okay, very good. How about the others? Tuấn Two.
Blow
bubble snake.
Phúc Điển, Nam Trung, let's say blow bubble snake. Blow bubble snake.
Yes, that is.
Okay.
They have to say the name of the activity.
So
and then they will introduce about
the scissor.
The material.
Bottle.
Yeah.
Now,
what do we need?
Okay, we need. Okay, since we don't have a a bottle, okay.
Yeah. Everyone,
right,
let's say bottle.
Yes.
Bottle.
Yeah, you ask student repeat the name of the material one by one.
A bottle.
Yes.
Okay.
And the next.
Wow. Okay, so next we will need a bowl with water. Okay, a bowl with water inside.
Okay. Everyone, let's pour the water inside the bowl.
Okay, let's
pour the water. Look.
Yeah, you can see that when you got the material, you can show the student how to do this clear. You can guide the student and student will follow you. They will copy you how to do the hands-on activity. So that is very important that teacher need to prepare the material.
Yeah, about the water.
And then ask the student repeat the name of the material like that. And then when you show up the slide with the material, you can ask the student repeat again one more time. You can ask them repeat again for once. It's okay, right? So that is the way that you introduce about the materials. of the hands-on activity. And then you will go to the process, how to do the hands-on activity. So while you ask students to do hands-on activity, you have to go step by step and go very slow. With the craft or other activity, you have to do first, and then student will follow you. And you have to make a short statement for each step. For each step, the short sentences to let students repeat. For example, you can ask them, what can we do now? Step 1, I cut the bottle. I cut the sandwich. I cut the carrot. I cut the carrot. Or I wrap the balloon. I draw the eyes. I draw the eye. I color the body. Or I glue the paper. I glue or I stick the paper. Just make the sentence very short and easy for students to repeat and understand. It have to easy. You don't have to explain very much, because that when you do, student will follow you. Student will follow you to see how can you do that. So the statement you ask student to repeat, it must be very short and easy to understand. Easy to say and easy to understand. For example, you can see in the video.
I cut the apple.
Yeah, that is. You can see.
Ooh, okay, I
Right.
got it. Everyone, let's say I cut the bottle.
Everybody.
I cut the bottle.
Okay, very good. How about the others one too? All right.
I cut the apple.
All right, good.
Yeah, that is. You have to ask students to repeat the step, repeat the procedure, the statement, and make sure that the statement is very short for them to say. Okay, and some detail you can show up very clear on your in front of the camera. You show up very clear in front of the camera to let the student can follow you. That is the way. So you can, why student cutting? You ask them to say the statement, because that you do not let the student very be quiet in the lesson. Why they doing? They ask them to say. They cutting and you are, oh no, let you say, I cut the bottle, I cut the sandwich. Let they say very much as you can. Let they say very much to let them can remember the statement. Okay? And the next one, when you follow all the steps and student have the product, student already have the product, that is time for presentation. You show up your product first. Teacher have to show up the product first, and you model for the presentation. You can model for the presentation, follow the slide. If they have got information on the slide like this one, they have to introduce about themselves and say about their product. For the lower levels, they maybe just say something that they have on the product, or about the colors, about the numbers, the product that they have. For example, how many eyes do you make? How many ears do you make? Or how many pencil box do you make? What color is your pencil box? So they just talk about the appearance and the numbers of the product that they make. Okay, that they made. And you, teacher, have to model for them first. Teacher have to model for them first. Okay, look, get it? And now you model like that. Now look at my product. I got this one here. You can say, hello, my name is Chang. Today I make a face. Look, it's a face. It's an eye. It's an ear. It's a nose. It's a mouth. Thank you. I love my face. It's yummy. Okay. So when you model like that and you ask the student, try to show up their product too, and they will try to say like you. They introduce about themselves and talk about their product. For the higher levels, they can be said about the name of the materials, and they can say about the process, how to make or how to do the hands-on activity. They will say follow your guide. If they cannot say, you can make the question to let them say. And when you make the question, they cannot remember and they cannot say. They ask them to repeat you. You ask them to repeat you. For example, first one you make the question. What do you have on the face? If student can answer, you can let them answer. If the student be quiet, they cannot say anything. You cannot. Oh, what do you see? What is this? So they can say it's an eye, or if they cannot say, you ask them to repeat. You look, it's an eye. Let you say it's an eye. Okay, and let them to try to say in a several times to let them can say by themselves. Okay, that is the way that you have them to presentation about their product. Okay, based on the objectives of each lesson, you can follow the slides, follow the content, and follow the ability of students. You can ask them to say the thing that they can say to make sure that is suitable for the student. Is maybe you can make it easier or make it harder for the suitable student. If students are good, you can make more questions and let them say more about their project. If with the lower student, they cannot talk too much, you just ask about the color, about the number, and let them to say the information that they can say. Okay, that is the way that you guide students how to present. And then when you finish, you can ask them to present one more time, and then you can say goodbye, see you, and give some say something with the student. Maybe you can take a photo with them. You can take a photo, show up the product, and take a photo with the student. It's okay. It's also funny with that. Okay, student also like to take a photo with that. Okay, so that is the way. That is some tips for you, some guide for you to teach the hands-on activity. And I hope this video is useful for you while you're teaching the hands-on activity. Thank you for listening and goodbye.